Alright, guys, so we got something a little new that I came across that I want to talk about. Fear Street. Talking about part one. Now, in all honesty, I had no idea about this franchise. Apparently, this is something that was originally by R.L. Stein, aka the one that did Goosebumps. And I saw the trailer because I think I came across like part four on Netflix. So I'm like, you know what? It looks interesting, but let me start part one. Now, this story of how it starts off is really interesting because we have where it takes place in the 90s. So again, for those of 90s babies or 80s babies, if you grew up during that era or if you were born during that era, maybe this will be really kind of good for you because again, I grew up watching a lot of these old school movies. This has this old school feel between the music, the cars, the clothing, the timeline, and it's a fun little area for what they had for the movie itself. Now, the main character Dina, she is having issues with a breakup with her ex Sam that we meet, and she's dating some guy from another town because you got two warring towns. You got the one of it's really crazy because when you say Sunnyvale, it makes you want to think I'm thinking Sunnydale from Buffy, and then you have the what is it, Sunnyside or whatever, and they've always been warring, but there is a big legend that there was a witch that she made a deal with Satan and she cut off her hands so she could have a grip on a town, and she chooses because after what happened to her, she chooses a soul and they get possessed and they just start taking everyone out, and then all this crazy stuff happens. Well, one apparently already did it at the mall, and when crazier things start happening and her Dina's ex Sam, she starts experiencing some weird things, and one or two of these killers start going after her. Then we have more, and one of them is a girl that died in the 60s, another one in the 70s, another one from not even a week ago, and they start getting hunted by all these serial killers, and they're trying to survive, and they're trying to piece together everything that's going on. Now, Dina's brother is a very big uh, legend, kind of one that's trying to figure out, okay, what exactly is going on. All this stuff's connected, and he starts piecing everything together. He starts piecing the puzzle together of, okay, this happened during this time frame, this happened during this time frame, and it goes all the way back to 1666, and this is where it all started. So they try to come up with an idea. Okay, Sam seems to be the one they're after, but can they appease the witch to be able to have them leave them alone? But unfortunately they don't, and the reason why that Sam is the target is because when they got into a car crash with her and her boyfriend and went to another school trying to chase Dina and her friends, it caused them to have a car crash, and she accidentally disturbed the grave of the witch, and it made her target her for this reason. And they try to come up with an idea of, okay, what about we take out these serial killers? And when they try to do that, it doesn't work. They try to kind of blow them up like they did. It almost really reminded me of Hocus Pocus. It really did. In that moment, it really did remind me of Hocus Pocus because this has really got like a Hocus Pocus slash Stranger Things slash Goonies, Goosebumps vibe to it, and I like that vibe. So during the duration of the movie, they're trying to figure out like, okay, what can we do without sacrificing Sam? And they realize someone survived in the 70s during another attack, and they try to get in contact with her, but it's too late. So they come up with an idea of, okay, what if we kind of fake Sam dying, and we can bring her back, and they'll leave her alone. So unfortunately, Dina and Josh's friends, they do, perish during this final battle, and Dina is able to bring her back, and it seems like everything's fine. She gets a call from the one that survived in the 70s, and then when this happens, you see where things just take a big turn, where now Sam is possessed by this witch and wanting to take everyone out, and then herself at some point, and they're able to bring her to the one that survived in the 70s, and they're able to talk to her, and they're able to show her, hey, you survived, how can we do this, and how can we get away from it? And that's when we go into part two. But to kind of summarize the more of this movie, it really was, it was interesting. It kept me interesting. Again, you have your dumb characters, you have your funny characters, you got your, your serious characters, you got your character development, you got your drama, you got your horror. This really, again, I will say this: if you grew up watching Scream, you grew up watching Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th, Halloween, Chucky, you're definitely going to get a lot of those vibes from this film. You really are. And the other films as well. Again, I'm gonna be on part three here soon. I'm still reviewing, of course, part one, and part two for you guys, but I think that this first film, again, it came out. When exactly did it come out? 2021. So I think part four just came out not too long ago. I'm gonna have to watch it. Catching up rather quickly. But overall, I enjoyed this movie. It had a lot of old school vibes to it. The music, I really enjoyed the music in this film. I tremendously did. I think this film really has a lot of old school vibes to it. So again, if you grew up listening to, like, let's say, certain rock music or pop music during, that time period of the 90s, then this is going to be something for you. It definitely has a Goonies vibe. It has a Stranger Things vibe. It has a Goosebumps vibe. Again, it was made by R.L. Stine, and there's a lot of familiar faces within this movie franchise as well, especially ones that play in Stranger Things and et cetera, et cetera. So I will definitely say, if you're a fan of any of those movies, any of those series, definitely check this movie out, and then maybe you'll enjoy it and go on to the next one like I did. I tremendously enjoyed it. It's not taking really bad either. And another thing, I'm just gonna say this on a side note. Again, I think there are some people that I've seen online that they made a big deal of Dina having a relationship with Sam. Again, a gay relationship. Okay, whatever. I don't care. The reason why I can put up with Dina is because she didn't use it as a crutch. That's what I mean. She didn't use it as a crutch. She knew she was gay, and it was like, it still made her a badass character. She didn't go, oh my god, poor me, da 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 da. She was having a moment with a girl that she fell for, that they were together and didn't work out, and then the girl that she was with had issues of, realizing that she was this person, and her mother had an issue with Dina and trying to hide it from the world, all this kind of stuff. And again, it made sense with the story. It made sense with the story, and it didn't hurt anything. And when you do something like that, regardless of your, straight, bi, gay, whatever, in a story, and as long as it makes sense to the character, to that character, and at the same time, it, does whatever. Now, again, I don't remember the books. So, again, if they changed it in the books, then okay, that's another thing. But I have no idea. I've never read the books. I never even knew about this franchise. But as I said, guys, I enjoyed the movie. Like I said, I'm gonna do part two for you guys here soon, so stay on the lookout for that. But what you guys think of Fear Street in 1994? Let me know about it down in the comments. And as always, I'm seeing you on the next one.